First guest is a good friend, and he has spent almost his entire life, 85 years he is celebrating in show business. And George is going to be honored by the president at the Kennedy Center Honors on December the 4th. And he's got a marvelous book out. It is funny, and it's warm about, of course, it's about his lifelong relationship with his lovely wife, Gracie Allen. Would you welcome, please, Mr. George Burns. Good to see you again, George.
Thank you, Johnny.
Good to see you. You're looking marvelous.
Last time I was here, I was a kid of 91.
That's right. Now you're not... Are you 92 now?
92. I'm going to be in January the 20th. I'll be 93.
Good for you.
And
Kid of 91,
And I'm booked to play the Palladium Theater when I'm 100.
I heard that.
I'm there for 2 weeks.
I hope. You be there.
Now.
You be there.
Oh, I got to be here. I can't afford to die. I'd lose a fortune.
Did you think 80 years ago, you would be a best-selling author?
No.
No, this is a New York Times number one
New York
bestseller?
Times, Sunday a week it's going to be number one. And you know what's fun? I've written 7 books.
I know.
Which is pretty good for a guy who only read 2. I'm not a writer. I talk a book.
Yeah.
Sit around, we talk, we think, and then write it down. But I only went to the 4th grade in school.
Are you serious?
Yeah, really. I was 8 years old. I went to the 4th grade. I sang with the Pee Wee Quartet.
I know.
I was the breadwinner in my family, so I never went to... played hooky. And the school was very glad when I didn't show up.
Yeah?
Because I read in the paper that Caruso, I always wanted to be a singer, that Caruso used to eat a lot of garlic.
Yeah.
So I started eating garlic. Stunk up the whole school. And when I played hooky, they sent a letter of thanks to my mother.
Yeah? Well, where did you pick up your education? Just from people in
show business.
Yeah?
Just show it. Pee Wee Quartet. We sang on ferry boats and saloons and passed around the hat. They put a couple of pennies in the hat. Sometimes they took our hats. We lost a lot of hats. And then from there, I did all kinds of acts until I met Gracie.
Yeah. Now, before we get into to talk about Gracie, and I knew Gracie not well, but she was a lovely woman. Before we talk about Gracie, why don't we talk about some of the girls that you dated before you met Gracie? Now, I haven't seen you do that on many shows. You talk about Gracie, but when I used to talk about Jack Benny, Jack told me that you guys...
Okay. Before I met Gracie, I met Tracey Hicks.
Trixie Hicks.
Elsie Uva, Gertha Defoe, Jean Lamott. You want me to stop?
Well, no.
No, before I met Gracie.
Were they all in show business?
No. I was not. Look, Gracie didn't marry me because I was a great lover.
Yeah.
I made Gracie laugh. And let me tell you something. When you're married for a lot of years and you get in bed with your wife, it's easier to make her laugh.
Now, whatever happened to those other girlfriends? Did you ever, once you met Gracie and you started going together, did you ever see those other gals again?
Let me tell you something about one girl.
Sure.
Okay. I used to, when I was young, like 1,000 years ago, I went around with a girl called Tracey Hicks.
Yeah, I love that name.
Very sexy girl. And whenever I thought of Tracey Hicks, I had to wear a double-breasted suit.
Well, why?
I didn't want anybody to see that I was thinking about it. Okay. Now...
I see you're now wearing a single-breasted suit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've eliminated double-breasted suits about 40 years ago. The thing I've got looks bad with makeup on.
I'm going to take your word for that. Look, we have to... Let us do this first, and then we're going to come right back. Stay where you are. Okay. We're talking to George Burns. Before you met Gracie, you were doing a single, or sometimes you'd work with other
Seal, with a
fellows.
dog, anybody that would work with
Chickens,
me.
anything.
Yeah. I did all kinds of acts. I was doing a skating act.
Skating?
Skating, singing. Brown and Williams singing, dancing, and roller skating. And we were sitting in Farley Marcus's office, a small-time booking agent. Now, I heard Farley Marcus say to his secretary, we can use a dog act in Ronkonkoma. So I said to the secretary, tell Farley Marcus that Brown and Williams and their dogs are sitting outside. He gave us the job. We picked up 2 dogs. We went to Ronkonkoma. We skated around. We made $10. I would do anything to sing show. And let me tell you something. I was a failure from 8 until 27, but I didn't think I was.
Yeah.
I loved what I was doing. I thought the audience was a failure, but not me.
No, never you.
Never me. I love show business. I would rather be a failure in something that I loved than something that I didn't like at all.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, when you met Gracie, she was going with somebody, wasn't she, if I remember?
Benny Ryan.
Benny Ryan.
Benny Ryan. And Benny Ryan was a very, very talented fella. And Gracie lived with Mary Kelly and Rena Arnold, 3 Catholic girls. And Mary Kelly liked me. And she wasn't crazy about Benny Ryan. And Benny Ryan was going to marry Gracie, but Mary Kelly wanted Gracie to marry me. And Benny Ryan was a great songwriter. Great everything. Let me give you a couplet of one of her songs.
Yeah.
She does a new step. It goes 1, 2, 3, kick. And she can't count so good. That's the worst of the trick. My shin bones look like they've been hit with a brick. When Frances dances with me. That was wonderful. Anyway,
How could Gracie turn him down?
So I wrote a song.
Yeah.
I love you, love you, love you. And I sang it to Gracie. She says, if you write another song like that, she says, I'll marry Benny Ryan.
So how long did you call it courting in those days?
Well, what happened? Gracie and I were together for 40 years.
Yeah.
And I did nothing. I'd walk on the stage, I'd say to Gracie, how's your brother? And she talked for 22 minutes. And by the time I found out I had no talent, I was too big a star to do anything else.
You know, we talked about this before, that Gracie was really an actress, a very good actress.
Gracie
and she just
great,
responded naturally to things.
Gracie was a great, dramatic Irish actress. Gracie, the whole world thought Gracie was dumb, but Gracie didn't think so. Gracie thought she was smart. Gracie never told you a joke. Gracie explained it to you. Like I said to Gracie, why did you put the pepper in the salt shaker and the salt in the pepper shaker? And she looked at me. She says, it's the silliest question I ever heard. She says, because people always get mixed up. And now when they do, they're right.
Good logic.
Illogical logic.
Good logic.
Yeah. Oh, Gracie was the greatest. She was the greatest. And it wasn't easy for Gracie.
Yeah.
You know, Gracie wasn't too well. Gracie had migraine headaches. But Gracie she was a very strong character. She could block everything out. Gracie never knew there was an audience. Gracie never knew there were footlights. Gracie just talked to me. And migraine headache, she went on, gave a performance. We were a big hit. Came off, she had a headache again. It wasn't easy for Gracie.
Yeah.
The script was 40 pages. Gracie had about 26, 30 pages. And, you know, very tough. For me, it was nothing.
Yeah.
I said to Gracie, how's your brother? And she spoke for 40 years.
Wasn't there a stunt about Gracie's missing brother or something?
Yeah.
It got national publicity?
That's right.
Worldwide publicity?
That was the first time, we were on radio then. It was the first time anybody walked into somebody else's act. And Gracie's brother was missing. We went to all the acts looking for Gracie's brother. The paper says, don't step on it. It might be Gracie's brother, all kinds of things. And it turned out to be a wonderful stunt. And it got us started. And it was great. And we only did it about 7 or 8 days. It got so big, we had to let it go. Right. It was great. And Gracie also ran for president.
She ran for president?
Against Roosevelt and Wilkie. And Roosevelt won.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. You called her
Googie.
Googie, didn't you?
Yeah. I used to make Gracie laugh, I told her. We were married then about 20 years or something. And she couldn't sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she woke me up. She'd make me laugh. I didn't know what to say at 3 o'clock in the morning. I says, Googie, Googie, Googie. She laughed. Nobody ever stole that line from me.
No one.
That's my line. And from then on, I called her Googie.
Well, you used to do that to Jack Benny all the time.
Jack Benny?
Yeah, you could make
him. The way... I never made Jack Benny laugh. He made himself laugh. Jack Benny was great on the stage. But off the stage, he not too sharp. Like, we were having lunch. It's silly, man. We were having lunch at the Round Derby. And I said, I'm going to have some bacon and eggs. He said, I'm going to have cream of wheat. He said, I hate cream of wheat. I says, well, don't order cream of wheat. He said, but Mary says cream of wheat is good for me. I says, tell Mary to eat cream of wheat. So the waiter came over and says, I'll have bacon and eggs. And Jack says, I'll have bacon and eggs. I says, but Mary said, he said, well, okay, I'll have it. And when the check came, I says, give Jack Benny the check. He said, why should I take the check? I says, if you don't take the check, I'll tell Mary you had bacon and eggs.
That's all the trick. That's all the trick.
But he had to bring it up.
Yeah.
You see, you couldn't tell Jack Benny a joke because he knew all the jokes. You know. He had a party in his house once, about 150 people. And I was there, and he said, George, he says, the party's not moving. I said, it's moving. People are talking. People are drinking. I think, he come right at me. He said, look, I'm in show business, too. I know if a party's moving. This party's not moving. So kiddingly, I said to him, why don't you go upstairs, take off your pants, come down in your shorts, wear Mary's hat, and play the violin. That'll make the party. He says, you think so? I was kidding him. He said, sure. See, went upstairs. When he went up, I said to the people at the party, I said, Jack is coming down in the shorts with Mary's hat, playing the violin. Don't pay any attention. Down came this great comedian, and nobody looked at him, and he fell on the floor. He says, now the party is moving.
Anyway, look. The book is full. Before you go, I know that. Before you go, the book is wonderful. Great memories. A lot of the old comedy routines in here. Some marvelous stories. But before you go, you always want to be a singer.
Okay. I'll sing you something.
Morty Jacobs.
Don't forget that the book is going to be #1 a week from Sunday.
All righty. I believe you. Okay. Here's you.
Okay. Oh, I got it down. I hope I'll be able to get it up. Okay, Willie the Weeper. Here's a song that's about 100 years old. It's nice to be Willie the Weeper. Ever hear the story about Willie the Weeper? Willie the Weeper was a chimney sweeper. He got the dope habit and he got it bad. Listen and I'll tell you of all the dreams that Willie had. He dreamed he had a barrel of diamond rings and money. Mamas by the score to love and call him honey. Everywhere he went, he heard the people say, there's the guy who put the B in old Broadway. He went to London town, bought the Piccadilly, told the people there that it belongs to Willie. Learned the Patsy dance just to show his thanks. Tipped the Patsy Queen $500,000 francs. And in the morning, just before the lights go up and all the lights are low, Willie starts to dreaming and a gleaming and he gets that glow. But now poor Willie, he's down below. He's gone, forgotten and rusting where the daisies grow. Willie died and so did I, singing this song on the Johnny Carson Show.
Tracy Ullman in just a moment. Okay, here's a very funny, talented actress. You all know, of course, is the star of her own show, The Tracy Ullman Show, which is on Sunday nights on another network. Would you welcome Miss Tracy Ullman? It's nice to have you. We've never met before.
Yes, we have.
Well, we did, but a long time ago.
Indeed.
1984 or 5.
1984.
That's right.
5 years ago.
But that was long before you had your show.
Yes. And
Well,
I thought, never again. I remember sitting here and I sang I'd never sang live before, and I came to America and I sang live, and my husband said I sounded like a wounded horse. Thank you, Alan. He said,
Husbands can be so supportive.
I sat here, and I was in a ballroom dancing dress.
Yes.
It was enormous, and I couldn't fit in this chair. It was a right
What do you call them? You call them knickers?
Knickers.
Your
I think you can see my knickers,
Your
Johnny.
knickers.
And I thought, oh, never again.
So how you been? Now,
I've
the
been
meantime,
very
you
good.
you
Here
back.
I am, back bossy and confident.
Yeah.
And actually touching you this time, Johnny. Look at me.
Well,
I'm
hey.
touching Johnny Carson.
There's an extra charge for that.
On this side. My
yeah.
hair's terrible this side. My mother will be at home going, look at that awful hair. It should be this side where it's lush and thick.
Well, doesn't that happen because of the weather? I mean, women's hair goes crazy when the humidity changes.
Yeah, it's a bit damp outside.
Do
They
this?
make you wait in the rain, don't they? I saw you all out
You see?
You're
Even our
horrible.
guests wait outside in the rain.
there. I thought they'd give you coffee and cheese. You're standing there in your little Californian jackets going, it's so sad when it rains here. The whole state grinds
I don't know
to a
why they
halt.
don't let them in the studio.
Yeah, I know.
We've got room in here. Why don't they do that?
Yeah,
No, that's not true.
should let you in.
Anyway, you got your own show, critical acclaim and everything. Yeah,
I'm
that's-
enjoying myself. It's
Yeah,
very
that's very
nice.
nice.
And here I am.
But you're never going to get Americanized.
I guess not, but it's nice to be on the show the night before Thanksgiving with George Burns. Feels terribly American. He's such a dear, isn't he, George Burns? He's amazing.
Of course, Thanksgiving is not a big English holiday, is it?
I know. One of the people at Fox, or the publicity people, said, what's Tracy's favourite Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I said, don't have Thanksgiving
That's
in
right.
England. She said, why not?
See, nobody
they don't
understood
get
that.
it. They forget what holidays are for.
That's right.
We got rid of you, like we sent you over on boats.
That's
I mean,
true.
what do you know? It's silly. Anyway, but my
Yeah.
daughter's American, so I
Your
should
daughter
try
was-
and
she's married.
celebrate
She's
it
about
for
5
her.
right here? 5 years old?
No, she's 2.5.
What's her name?
Mabel.
Mabel.
Yeah.
Well, that's a name that's kind of old-fashioned. You don't hear that. Usually
I
it's
know.
Jennifer or Spunky or something. But
Kieran or Carrie or Mary or... I know.
Mabel's more of an English name, isn't it?
Mabel, yes, you don't see
Mabel,
many.
yeah,
The
English.
last Mabel I know was born in 1899, so it's
Yeah.
very... You don't get it on Kiwis. You can't get T-shirts with Mabel on or
Mabel.
anything. It's
That's right.
really...
It's a nice old-fashioned name.
She's
Solid
2.5.
name.
She's real bossy.
Yeah.
Real bossy like me.
What set you off when you came to this country that you liked and you didn't like?
God, I felt sort of more part of it now. I remember when I met you 5 years ago. I mean, I was so sort of naive. It's like, oh, do we go to Knott's Berry Farm now?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sort of going on roller coaster. They go, oh my God, the English chicks are throwing up on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
We were so, you know what I mean? I'm so much more used to being here now.
Yeah.
I still, and I've got a bank account here, and I've got a doctor. I feel a bit safer here now and a bit more part of it.
Yeah.
But, I still go crazy about the TV, like TV evangelists and things, you know.
Oh,
We
wow.
watched them the other night, and they go, won't you be my faith partner? Won't you send in some money? Won't you give me some money? And my husband says things like, you know, we've got our life insurance, we've got our health insurance, give them $50 and we'll be all right in the afterlife. He panics, you know. I don't like all that. Don't just send them the $50. Take
Don't they
care of
have
ourselves.
evangelists in England?
Not so many. Do you remember your show was in England?
We were there for a while.
They shed it for a while.
Yeah.
And I remember your curtains, those rainbow ones, when you
Yes.
first come on. We have more lines on British TV, and they were so bright,
I never
Johnny.
thought of that.
Your curtains were unbelievable. People were writing in and saying, I say, Mr. Carson's curtains are
know-
very gaudy, aren't they?
And
I think that they stopped your show because
I
of the
think that was
curtains.
one of the main problems with the show was the curtains.
It was the curtains.
The
It wasn't
material
Johnny,
was
it was the
dynamite. They
curtains.
just didn't dig our curtains.
They didn't dig
You know
your
why?
curtains. They
We
didn't
did-
dig your curtains,
We were over there.
man.
No, we were over there for about.
It's a lovely American expression.
Yeah,
dig
we
it,
were over there for a
man.
while. But you know, if the show doesn't play every day, it's very difficult for
Yes,
another country
yes.
to understand what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you're doing well here, and you're on every. This is your second or third year now.
Yes, I say it's the third season. Yeah,
Now, do you
we're
like
having a good time.
Do you like holidays, or do you get morose at holidays? Somebody said you didn't particularly care for
Just
Christmas. Or...
expensive. I hate holidays. Happy holidays. Shut up.
You know,
I
lots of
am-
people get depressed. There's a lot of anger at holidays.
Yeah, I like the only part of Christmas I like is maybe once I'm driving along in my car and Bruce Springsteen comes on singing, you better watch out, you better not cry. And then for that one moment, I quite like that. And then I go, oh, blooming heck, got to go and buy my presents now.
Yeah.
But,
If I was out to buy a present for you, what would I get you?
I don't want anything. My kid wants everything. They make you sick. I want this, I want. She always wants flipping Barbie dolls. I hate Barbie so much. Why hasn't she got any nipples? Why hasn't Barbie got nipples?
Barbie doesn't have
I
nipples?
bought her sister Skipper the other day. No nipples.
Barbie
Runs in
doesn't
the
have
family. Barbie's got no nipples. She's had dermabrasion on them, Johnny.
I didn't know that.
She's so sexy. useless old bag.
Well, they have these dolls now that are anatomically correct, you know.
Yeah, but not Barbie. It'll never
Not
happen to Barbie.
Wash
Ken
up.
is such an idiot. I could go on about him all night. He wants to be blonde airhead with long legs, a trainee anorexic, just like Barbie. My daughter, obviously.
Boy, they're really going to be moving now. We got to do a commercial. We're coming back. Jeff Healey Band. Jeff.
If you see the light, if you see the light, it won't shine on my face. If you see the light, if you see the light, it won't shine on my face. You know I want you, baby, now. I don't know what you say, but just let me play it now. Right out there. Light, you can see the light of love shining from my heart. You can see the light, oh, baby, the light of love shining from my heart. You know I love you, my boy, and I'm gonna get this in the start. You can see the light, you can see the light. The light, see the light.
Jeff Healey Band. Thank you, guys, and we'll be back.